Tonight is very, very cold in Raleigh, so I'm going to make chili. And the chili that I make has 3 different kinds of meat. I have some beef stew meat, wonderful little chunks of meat, and then some ground beef and some ground sausage. And tonight I'm using Italian mild. And what you want to do is I usually grill my onions and my garlic first, but I don't do that when I make chili because you have to drain the meat. So I am sauteing my meat, and I will get it to where it's almost done, where it's not red, but there can still be a little pink in it. And then while that is draining, I will saute my onions, chili peppers, jalapeno peppers, and garlic. To show you the level of brown your meat needs to be, so if you'll just kind of come in here and show them the pot, you'll see there is a lot of grease in there. So my meat shows that it's brown on the outside. It'll still be a little pink on the inside, but the ground beef and the ground sausage is cooked. So while that drains, I am going to saute the onions, garlic, and peppers. And what I'm going to do now while the meat drains is I am going to saute the onion, the garlic, and the pepper. I have got a whole medium yellow onion. I've got 6 cloves of garlic. I've got 2 jalapeno peppers. I've got 4 jalapeno peppers and 2 chili peppers. So I am going to put them in the pot. And in case you're wondering, when you go to the store to buy these peppers, the long skinny ones are usually the chili, the short chubby ones are usually the jalapeno, and the big chubby ones are usually poblano or Anaheim peppers. So you want to look for the label, and if you don't see the label, you want to look for the skinny pepper and the short chubby pepper. I'm going to saute this for about 2 to 3 minutes until it opens up and the scent is in the room, and it's really wild. When it opens up, it's just like the scent explodes into the room, so you really know. But for those of you who don't, it will be when the onion turns just translucent a little. Okay, so I've sauteed my onions and peppers for about 3 minutes. I want to show you what it looks like when they're done. They look like this. The onions are translucent, so that's shiny and clear, and the peppers smell so wonderful. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 2½ cups of beef stock and 2½ cups of turkey stock. The reason I use turkey stock is it has more flavor than chicken stock. It's not as strong as beef stock, so it won't make your chili overpowering, but it still tastes really, really good. Yeah. Okay, mix that around really good. And show them what it looks like. Hey, perfect. That's the end of the turkey stock. So here we go. 2½ of beef stock, 2½ of turkey stock, and I just found this today, and it is Hunt sauce in a cardboard container that you can save and reuse, but I'm going to use the whole thing, which is 33 ounces of tomato sauce, straight into this. And we do not use beans in this house because my husband Ron likes his chili without beans. And actually it is really good without beans, but if you do like beans and you want beans, just get a can of chili beans. You can find them on the grocery aisle, and they're beans for chili. use a couple of 14.5-ounce cans, and that will be perfect. Now I'm putting in Rotel diced tomatoes and green chili peppers. That'll give it just a little bit of kick. Then I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of chili powder, 4 tablespoons of cumin, and this is organic chili powder and organic cumin. But I'm going to put 4 of each, about a teaspoon of salt, and about a teaspoon of pepper. And I did forget to tell you, when I sauteed the meat, I put about a half a tablespoon of coarse ground sea salt and a half a tablespoon of coarse ground pepper over the meat before I browned it. So I'm going to get my handy dandy black pepper and coarse sea salt. And I'm going to do about a teaspoon of it each. Swirl it around, and then we're going to go on to the cumin and chili powder. And I know this sounds like a lot, but it really does taste good. It's really not a lot. So there's 1, 2, 3, and a shy one because some of those were a lot. 4. And then 4 on the chili powder. And once you have all that in and stirred around to where it's all mixed in, then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of flour in the mixture. Translucent. Here's the flour. We're going to get 2 tablespoons. 2 for the pot and 2 for the floor. 2. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a half one more. Okay, we're going to get that all good and mixed together. I think I'm going to use this. And once this is mixed together, we are going to add back the meat. Typically, I will simmer this 3 or 4 hours, just on a low simmer. And it gets so spicy and so good. But if it's late for you, like it's late tonight for us, I'm just going to cook it on a higher heat, then turn it to low and let it simmer for about 30 minutes and check it. If it's not to the level of thickness I want, I will let it simmer for another 30 minutes. And then we will eat it with some of my delicious cheese cornbread, which goes really well with this, and it is on another video. So we are back. We took a little break so I could clean up and get the meat here. We got a pretty small area that we're working in. But I've drained my meat. Here it is. I've got 1 pound of stew beef. I have got 1 pound of ground beef, and I've got 1 pound of Italian mild sausage. And I will tell you, I don't usually buy meat at Walmart, but they have this awesome stew beef. It's trimmed, it's lean, it's wonderful. It's tender when you put it in the chili. It's just so, so good. So try it. I know you'll like it. So here we go. All of it into the pot, and hopefully none of it on me. Yep, there we go. And this is a lot of chili. It will feed a lot of people. And there we have it. And we're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes, come back to it and see how it's doing. All right, so I will see you in just a bit. Our chili has been cooking for about 35 minutes, and Ron is my official taste tester. He and I tasted it and decided that we needed a little more chili powder and a little more cumin. So what I did, I added to the original recipe that I gave you 1 more tablespoon of chili powder, and I used the dark red hot chili powder, and 1/2 tablespoon of cumin. Then I added about a teaspoon more of organic garlic powder, and 1 more teaspoon of pepper, and 1 more teaspoon of salt. I'm the kind of cook that I cook it till it looks right or till it tastes right. So this is one of the reasons I decided to do this video, was so I can get these things down for my daughter. Because my mom, when she passed away, her recipes were gone. Nobody really thought to write them down. And her apple turnovers and potato soup were just to die for. And my grandmother's apple stack cake was the best in the world. And those were gone when my mom and my grandmom were gone. So this is my attempt for my recipes not to be gone, and hopefully, as I've made these with my daughter, she'll make them with her daughter, and her daughter will make them with her daughter, and so on. And I am waxing philosophical, so I will put the chili in the bowl, let you see it. Doesn't that look delicious? And we're going to put some freshly grated extra sharp cheddar cheese over that. Our cornbread is in the oven and it's just about done, and we are going to sit down and have a midwinter feast on this cold, frigid night. Some nice hot chili. Bon appetit.